I'm going to remove that model. This pistol is going to walk forward and shoot the other. Nope, I can't get there, so...
So is there anything of note that I've not seen yet?
I guess I'll go with the first.
Yes, Cephalix is ever so slowly actually becoming Crix, the faction. So the pistol
Which was
wraiths.
already Crix.
No, the actual list itself is now becoming more and more Crix because of now the
Okay.
addition of Gatsby.
Yeah, but also Boychons.
Give you a stalker for a Dracodile.
Of course, because
So, like, every
machine.
They're not Crix.
Don't know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, every time a Crix model is added to the theme, a non-Crix model is added to the theme.
My God.
Counterbalance. The circle of life.
Shoot his buddy in the back that I accidentally put in a trench.
That's the direction we're going with.
That's somebody's ears
Yeah.
are ruined.
The undead faction is practicing the circle of life.
What, do you not like my singing voice, Ryan?
I'd said nothing about your singer voice. It was beautiful, but it was quite high pitched, and some people do wear earphones.
Do you want to just move him outside the trench?
and-
It really doesn't matter.
Because I can do this voice for the entire stream if you want me to.
You just sound like
You're,
Mickey Mouse.
you're held for that now.
Are you sure? Because I did do an entire Twitch stream in this exact voice once. And everybody fucking hated it. But I can do it to you.
If I'm honest, he doesn't sound any different to how he normally sounds.
Boom.
Oh, darling, that's so kind.
You actually need to change.
Hey, Barry. Fuck you. Fuck you so hard. I just opened up the Twitch chat.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
You
got it.
thundering fucking cunt.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Never will I do this in those
How much have you not had to drink so far?
What's the
I've
out
had
of interest?
absolutely nothing to
Why,
drink.
why are
Fuck
you killing them?
So, do you know much about Cephalix?
That bottle is unopened
not a
and
huge
has
amount.
definitely been unopened the whole day.
I've got to make a roll. So on the first one that Pistol Wraith killed,
Unopened, but not cracked, right?
he toughed.
No comment.
I will kill him with something.
Slowly leaking it over his own head.
That is actually
One viewer down. 6 to go.
That's right, because Mark's getting slowly and slowly quieter and quieter.
So, if you turn me
I'm just turning your volume down.
Yeah, this means he's going to do it louder and louder, doesn't
Right,
it?
if you want, I can just,
So I can't buy
you know, broadcast Mark through my headphones if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Broadcast my volume to you.
Oh, what have I done?
Wait, does that mean that I would come through full force in your headphones and your headphones alone?
No, because I've muted my sound and I just
I was gonna
broadcast
say
Oh
that.
shit.
through my mic.
So effectively, I don't get to.
You would, of course, Mark, have to hear.
I get you.
I lose.
Oh
I lose stuff
no,
on my
how
video
will I
that
manage?
I don't ever use that
Gee, it's not like
That's
I have
pretty
to
sweet.
listen
I like
to
that.
a podcast
Okay, well,
with
I
my
don't like
voice
the
in
fact
it
that you
for
can't
8 hours a
manipulate
fucking
it.
week.
I didn't pick Prey.
I mean, you could just
Go
cast
for it.
less.
Yeah, choose whatever you want.
We
One
did.
of three
We took a
models
2-week
will go.
hiatus.
One will be your Void Archon on the left. 2 will be the Warhawk. 3 will be the other Warhawk.
Well, I
You
mean,
haven't gone yet, so it
dude,
doesn't
just
matter.
just select one exactly. Yeah.
All I heard was you just select one.
Yeah, I think so. Just click on it, drag down, and add effect. Yeah.
Back, Tom.
I think they've updated the libraries now, so it should have it on there. Yeah, and it's got a target on it. Amazing.
I assumed it was me that had
Yeah, they're all the Museum
lost
in
the
your
world
Broken
to,
Egg game.
and apparently not.
Yeah, they're pretty
How
cool.
foolish of me to assume that the person playing it on the non-supported operating system crashed.
Stygius does that. It's horrible.
I have somehow managed to lose chat on OBS. Off to a good start.
Epic.
Where this monstrosity will spend 1 and run.
What do I predict is going to happen this game, Barry? There's going to be a singular hex blast,
Does that cross my base?
and then from that being cast, it's all going to go downhill.
Over my own model.
So, apart from Darkstrail, what does Asphyxious actually
Sloppy
offer?
play, Doyle. Sloppy play.
Exactly, yeah.
A really meaty model that's good at killing stuff. He killed good.
Cloud.
He does. But he's a 20. He's a 17 plus Warjack cost model.
17? Did he 14 points?
17 plus Warjack. You've got to take a Warjack.
Yeah, but he's 14 points, isn't he?
Is he 14 points?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no,
Nemo
17 wins. My bad.
Sure, because wounds and points is how this game works. Perfect, Tom. enjoy your 54-point Drakadar.
Yes.
It's
That's definitely one way to ban its
expensive.
adjudicator.
It's actually more expensive than the Seeking was.
This reminds me, Dean, of just originally of you weren't here for the conversation of taking 3 different blossoms in a single list, were you?
I mean, that seems perfectly fine by me. I refuse to believe that's that Warden's threat range.
Threat range has just got really over the top nowadays, guys.
I mean, no, but Warden has a 30. You know what he's measuring for, Dean? He's measuring
Line of sight.
for
Clearly.
movement and
Oh, that makes 2 of us.
loading.
That's
Alright,
still
girls are gonna run.
exceptionally far, isn't it?
I mean, he could
walks
run.
6, 8,
Alright.
he's 10, right? So 16.
And then, oh no, because it's Thexus, so he doesn't get to Arc Node. He's Thexus is sacrifice, and
He still gets to arc node, doesn't he?
range, isn't he?
He can still damage his guys to arc node.
Oh, I can't remember which one's which. It's been so long since I played Cephalix.
Playing this turn
I
because
can't
I'm
remember which
gonna
one's which now.
Pretty sure Thexus is going to be the one that's able to
die.
channel,
Remember
considering
that,
he's
like,
the one that
with
has
the
TK.
Roberts and everything will be fine.
Hey!
It might be actually.
I'm also that old that I watched that in the theaters.
Spell driver. When this model casts a spell, you can use another model in his spell group. It takes D3+1.
Okay, no.
This guy's gonna slam
Yeah, so
because he slams.
he
for free.
runs at 10 inches.
Cool.
Alright. Where's the
Do you-
other
you
23
can-
coming from?
You can allocate
I
focus
mean,
normally, can't you?
Again,
I mean, I appreciate that Gasti's in the list, but I don't think
But then
it's
if you
gonna
damage them, they get
help
focus
with
as well.
this.
Yeah, and I can just heal them back up for 3
Yeah.
because I heal them for a die 3+1.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
charge and cold
That's
spell
pretty
anyway. And
Delete.
So it really upsets me that I can't see chat.
Delete that.
Just don't,
Oh, I'm so
just don't see them on the table very
why can't you
much.
see chat, Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cephalix?
OBS
Yeah,
just went
it's just
no.
a shame really, because they're just really, really cool. They look
Mobius
awesome.
went no.
Just gone.
Mobius isn't even in the list, Ryan.
I said
Good
OBS.
and competitive as a
No, I heard
as a
Mobius.
sub-faction of.
You can
of
take Mobius and Cephalix
Mercs
now.
is
Happy.
missing a piece or two.
Didn't
What
waste
do you think
that
they
model
need?
on that money on
That's
that
me
model
alone.
for 2 years.
Tom, you've still wasted money on that model. You're never
I-
going to feel him
I've
legit.
never used him. But I got him at SmogCon 2015?
Then I'm going to use my caster.
Sure, I'm going to say yes and then not bother to look it up.
No, I'm not going to
What's-
bother.
what's SmogCon?
Every year Mark 3 was announced.
SmogCon.
There's 1 inch reach.
SmogCon was the prelude to Lock and Load Europe.
I hope. Yeah. 1 inch reach.
Whilst he's here, so Mark, what year are you buying Lock and Load Europe?
Right, my caster's going to stab him.
Say again, darling?
When are you buying Lock and Load Europe?
When am I buying Lock and Load Europe?
Yeah,
You know, darling, I was waiting for my portfolio in Ice Cubes made from hell to really take off before I went for that investment. Nah, for real though, right? Like, Lock and Load Europe was a great idea, and it was really good that it was actually done. I think the problem was how it went on the ground and the circumstances of Lock and Load for that particular year did it dirty, basically, right? Like, it didn't get the chance to
Perfection.
succeed.
Never happened though.
If I'd done it perfectly,
Say again?
Europe never happened.
Never happened. SmogCon was bought out by PP, and the following year there was no SmogCon and there was no Lock and Load Europe.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Lock and Load Outpost, love. Sorry.
No.
No, I did nearly buy. I did nearly buy SmogCon. That was nearly a thing that happened.
SmogCon I missed. Won't lie.
That's fair.
It was an
We're
enjoyable
way off
bit.
topic for the game, but it's PP related, so it's all good.
I mean, we're still on turn 1 here. Trust me, there's not that
Yeah,
much to
we're
talk
not
about
missing
yet.
anything. It's actually turn 1 as well, not round 1.
That's why I said it.
No, it's just
Six, and then he's going to TK.
Lock and Load has always been a great event for in America,
This one for 2.
and PP really engaged SmogCon at the end of its.
And Holt are going to.
Yeah, they were proper getting involved with it all, weren't they?
They have to run.
Exactly, yeah. Like if you think the amount of PP stuff we had on hand at the last 2 SmogCons, they were. It was
Sure, yeah,
really
no,
good to
remember how it
see.
works,
Community Drive was great. Saying that they bought Lock and Load Europe
I'm gonna clock to you and
was
pause.
a
Cool.
huge boost.
Cheers, dude.
I
You know,
paused
it was
so
a
we
shame
can
to
go
see the
over
guys
turn
that were
stuff.
doing it
will be your
lose out and stuff like that. But
Yep.
also,
Score will be
if
0-0
it's,
because we can't score
you
it.
know, was going to be
Sweet.
properly funded. And
I'm gonna
run
do that
by
every
VP,
single turn, end of years, end of months.
Great,
When your turn
because
ends,
you
Yeah.
get that,
pause
they
it.
have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
full control over the event then. Which
Good
is
practice,
Ready,
like it.
they
whenever
can
you're-
then
whenever
bring
you are
the
ready,
staff
start
that
your
they
turn.
want.
Sweet,
Begin
cheers, dude.
refreshing of
They
Corey's
can
streams.
handle all the logistics.
Ah,
and
don't know about that.
Another
Don't know
news.
about that, mate.
Corey, who's
Okay,
like an
so-
absolute gentleman,
My dreams
pulls the
were
clock and
easy, Josh.
everything.
Are
After
they?
you pass the
Oh,
turn, so they
I'm
can just
sorry
check
to hear that.
everything.
That's sad.
Lovely man.
Oh.
No, I'm into it. I like it.
Daddy,
I
that's your
was really
gig.
confused at first how they were under an hour.
out of
but
interest.
We're doing 75-minute clocks this
How
time.
big
yes,
a cloud
yeah,
clock, yeah.
For
Yeah,
preparation
we're
of
doing
said event.
VTC standard, right?
Yeah, VTC isn't
Walk
deployed
to-
on clock, is it,
Get water about there.
Mark?
VTC,
You're right.
to my knowledge, is deployed on clock. However, I'm potentially flexible.
Has Corey died on stream?
Might need to change.
I think that,
We'll see. We'll see after this.
The league is a really good thing.
Yeah,
'cause
like
we
Mark,
can
you've
ask
got
people to
50. You've got 50. No, 25 games a week to see if 75 point works. So
Yeah, exactly. Like the entire point was Fishcord
You're right.
events were
Sorry, I
the,
just-
the
I'm
Are
fine.
you okay?
for the VTC, right?
I-
Like
I
that
muted
was
my mic
something we
after
planned
coughing.
very much from the start.
I heard you starting to cough and splutter, and I thought
Because you weren't in the
you
loop.
actually just
Tom,
died on
that's why.
stream.
I know,
Like,
I
am I
wasn't
going to
in the
be
loop,
remembered as the
Yeah,
guy who was
exactly.
playing someone and they
Well,
died on stream? Holy shit.
Well, you work
glad
for
to hear
me
you back.
too. Fuck you.
I'm unkillable. I'm gonna
I
live
hear-
Doesn't matter.
right to
Mark
the end
is
of
the
my
Senate.
life.
Good, excellent.
I feel like
Glad
Ryan's
to hear it.
bitch right now.
I am
So,
Palpatine.
let me have a
Deal with
think
it.
about this.
Nah, so for real, the
What are the immediate
start of that
threats?
cooperation was the team
Void
tournament,
Archons
right?
at 16
Like
inches.
we
You
ran
stop
that to
moving
see if
models.
team events were viable in a
yeah.
war table format.
Stalker
And it turned out they were,
goes 15
because it
TK.
that
went
was-
like any other team
It's a bit
event.
that was
spicy.
Vassal, wasn't
Have you
it?
got any? Have you got
Again?
any?
Is that Vassal?
Damage buffs.
Yeah, it was Vassal,
For
but
Stalker
point is,
outside of.
It went like any other
the
team
Dark
event.
Shroud.
I have
There were
Harm
the
and
occasional
Earthshroud
judge calls.
and-
Do you
People
get
had a
anyone?
little bit of confusion over the format, but they got over it, and Knights
I think it's
won.
just Harm and
So
Earthshroud.
really, things work like they always
For
do.
him.
Sorry,
Mark,
you-
Mark,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
ask
yeah.
a question?
I
How
can
many
add 6 to the
World
word
Team
and sport everything
Championships
else.
has Knight won
Mhm.
so far?
None.
It's pretty scary. And the only thing
How
What,
How
you
many
many
expect me to be
that's-
ashamed of that? We
That's
won
how
fucking
many-
everything else.
How many
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
non-world team
16
events have they won?
I think literally every single one that we've been to. I can't actually name one where all of Knights has been there and we've lost.
I don't
I
want to name and
honestly,
shame
I mean,
here.
I've only been to a few team
Except for the
events.
Overwatch.
I don't want to name and shame here, Mark.
I can't
But
remember one where you didn't win it there.
did Knights win
Did
The fish-
Knights win what?
the Fishcord one? Oh, I feel like
Yeah, we
Paul
did.
was very heavily
So,
chucked
how do
under
I
that
take the
bus.
alpha like a boss?
I feel like his experience of the event was much.
Paul is an honourable knight and was carried like an honourable knight.
Are you
Only
saying
Paul,
that
yeah.
Paul, or are you going to say that Paul fell on his sword?
No, Paul fell on his cock. I think is the correct thing to say here.
Perfect.
I hope you put the stream mark, Ryan, so that it's marked as for mature audiences.
I don't even know, to be honest. I don't touch it.
Also, I apologise for giving the two of you Discord notifications.
So you are aware that all of my
Ryan
words
won't get
are,
them.
Oh no.
Why won't Ryan get them?
I'm streaming.
Streamer mode.
Oh, okay. Are you?
I
thought you
can
could
use them
channel
for the point of origin for my spell.
has to
Do
be.
you want
What's
me to,
your
do you want me to
name?
read it out loud for you,
So
Mark?
I can be engaged.
I don't need you to.
Stop channeling,
Okay,
it doesn't
cool.
stop me from doing it.
That's pretty neat.
Nah, just put something
That
in
is
the
pretty neat.
Yeah,
So
I can
Boomy's-
see.
Boomy's
Boomy's
crew
ability doesn't
Discord.
work here, does it?
I
'Cause I'm
will
not-
give my
if it
opinion
stops channeling, it
afterwards.
doesn't stop
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
On what one?
That is pretty cheeky. Okay. Okay.
And you are aware that you don't really have much for a feat this game, right?
This is
Oh, I am.
something I buy.
Yep.
Because monstrosities are.
Can we
the word
just discuss how long it's taken to plan this cloud out from the Gobbers?
I'm aware this is a
too
pretty
long.
rancid
Well,
matchup.
believe it or not, they are
But
talking
hey,
about
we're
other
gonna
stuff
play
as
it
well.
anyway.
I don't think it's rancid. I think.
Surely this is the single most
Ostrom
important
does a
move
ton
of
of
the game.
damage really fast.
Is
with,
it
like,
not? Put
five-
polarity
Can
sword
I
on
comment
Dracula.
on the fact that
I think
instead of renaming the objective,
probably the reason why I'm
someone's
saying
put
it's rancid
proton on it to
is
say
I can
magic.
kind of get away with it if you kick the living shit out of me, or I think I can anyway.
Which-
I'm coming up- I'm coming
More
up
amusing
with
than they
excuses.
should do.
You're just setting up for when you beat me, and then you can like mercilessly block me. with something. I was
Also,
never
Mark,
not
I
gonna
fully blame Dean for
Shit, he's onto me.
your win
Bollocks.
in the Essex event.
It's a little Lucas, like 300 pounds.
As the only person who didn't have a resembling hope at winning his game, I have to blame
But I
Dean.
cry myself to sleep most nights, like it's not a big
Wait,
deal.
what?
So when
Sorry,
we,
I was.
when we
sorry
played
to
against
hear
you guys, Dean was the only person that didn't have a chance
Right,
of winning
okay,
his game.
so back to the game at hand, my friend.
Because he
Um,
fucking conceded in
He
the first
threw,
5 minutes.
he
Because
threw
he
his
heard how
game.
miserable I was.
So you got
Oh, I
Prail's in.
apologise for being the bigger man and not forcing the Infernal's mirror.
Oh no, I'm
sorry.
talking.
Mate, you do
I'm talking
not
about
need to
Essex.
apologise for that one. I
thought you
think
were
we
talking-
were
I thought you
both
were
happy.
talking about the Wayland event.
I'm talking about Wayland,
Oh,
Oh.
Wayland.
where Dean threw
Wayland?
it.
What happened at Wayland again?
Sykes. He got Sykes.
I got
Not
Sykes.
from there.
He got Sykes
Okay.
hard.
So he's going to walk.
I
Yeah,
got
that's fair.
Flames and Sykes, and it went badly.
I remember Mark having a judge rule and going, right, I'm going away, and he's probably gone for a good 10 minutes before
Okay,
before
cool.
Barry was finished.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Prove it,
perfectly
cheers.
normal. You have not seen
He'll go
Mark
to there
at
anyway.
events.
Eyeless site doesn't.
Seeing as
No,
Barry's-
That's what I do.
I also am aware that Mark walks away, but it was the sheer length of time for the ruling.
Seeing as
I don't
Barry's watching as well.
like being around judge calls.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I
Council
don't like
Clouds,
to
but not
influence
Still.
it. Because this is going to sound super fucking elitist, right? But sometimes, at local tournaments especially, there is a tendency where me being around the table will cause the ruling to go in my favour because people don't want to piss me off for whatever reason. And it's like, God, I fucked up hard if that's how
Rumi's
things
going to go
down.
next.
So,
He'll wander up
Makes
to.
you feel better. If it's
I
you, I'm more
wanna
than
say-
happy to fuck you over instead.
I mean, good. I'd rather that. I'd far rather that. So I just try and stay as far away as possible. It's no slight on any judges. Like, I do it to
Yeah,
everyone.
why not?
I'm
Sure.
also just
He'll
not
give repo
not
to the
massively
gobbers first,
comfortable around
before he
like
walks
that
out to
kind of decision making.
And then
That's
he's going
fair.
to put down a completely unnecessary wall
To be fair,
template.
that's possibly a more mature
Beautiful.
method than some people, which is the ruling didn't go their way. Get
Be
upset
fine.
about it.
Nah, I
Stick it.
don't think I've got upset about a judge
It's got to
ruling
be completely within line of sight.
in a very long time. The only time I've ever got genuinely upset about ruling wasn't a
good team.
judge ruling, it was an infernal ruling, and it basically made me quit the game for quite a while.
Jesus, the hell was that one?
You know which one it was. The less said, the better.
Okay.
And you know who made it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that
Gobble's
one,
gonna
that
walk.
bit goes without saying. Let's face it. We are still measuring this gobbler cloud.
Here,
No, he's put down a measurement of a wall as well, Dean. Take it
put
back.
down this
Point,
cloud,
point.
and then they're going to repo 3.
They did it.
I'm so glad
They did
Barry's
it.
not here because template gate would definitely start if he was here.
Cool.
God bless you, Barry. I know you're watching in the Twitch stream.
Yeah, we love you, Barry. You're
We
a
do
mate.
love you, Barry. Do you know who probably won't love you, Barry?
What happens next?
Mark, have you ever found out what happened at Nationals during the judge call?
Cheat to win. Sounds like a great one.
What?
Oh, you had to bring it up. Seriously. All right.
What's
So
the
you
matter?
know when we were playing
Oh,
Mark
what's the matter with
Yeah.
Nationals,
Where
all
Dean
right.
was a goof and thought Road to War triggered off of spells. And just did the
Yes,
farms.
that was a thing. But anyway, and I
30
made that
36
ridiculous.
years
Oh, I
in,
think I can get a model onto your gate,
Oh,
like
you
whatever
swine.
turn it was.
In fact, what
Yeah.
am I talking about?
Well, Barry came over obviously to measure it out for us.
Right.
And the very first thing he did when he got there,
So,
he just
Let's put down
knocked
some more
off
clouds, because that
model
seems
so
like,
far.
you know, the thing that...
Oh, that's fine. That happens.
This table
But his face just dropped instantly. He was like, fuck.
What fun. Now, if he walks there... Okay.
Good
Guys, can we look at the size of this cloud now, Dean?
That seems like a really bad thing to happen.
Oh my God.
We have 30 control
We'll
units.
do
to
that.
go.
Fantastic stuff.
Maybe.
So, how many inches of cloud is that? Would you say the size of that
Let's do
cloud
that. That
matters?
seems like a great idea. Okay, so then...
Well, we got 3 inches, a 5-incher, and however big that natural.
4?
I'm assuming that's a natural cloud.
Yeah, it's a natural cloud. Looks like that 4.
Oh, to be fair,
could possibly
no,
go wrong?
natural cloud.
So we've got a good 15 inches of cloud wall.
Fluid Archons...
Dean, do you know what we've not spoke about yet?
What have we not spoken about?
Not only does this Dracodile have Clarity Shield, he's also got that wall.
Do you know what? It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good wall.
It's a pretty good wall.
It's almost like he's playing.
He has spent 4. Sorry, dude. Yeah.
What's his name?
I'll get it for you.
Sorry about that.
Circle Magic Monkey. Back in the day.
Then
So-called
he's going to bring
magic
it to
monkey.
here.
What?
The World. Whatever. Boulder 2. Hold a
The
2 with his
Wolverine.
colossal. Yeah, there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. So no camp on Maya.
Oh God, I've not heard it called a magic
What
monkey
could
in ages.
possibly go wrong?
No,
That's
I
because
can't.
you've not seen the model in the table
I mean,
in ages, Dean.
Yeah, you've not seen the model on the table in a long time.
That's
Have I ever told you about the story of the incredible teleporting Waldrat?
Oh no, please do.
How are you placing a wall drag?
Okay,
I am quite
they're
interested.
gonna go there.
I don't think it's as simple as that.
I'm
Go
not
on, Mark.
moving very far
What
up
you
the
got?
Oh,
board,
it was
my friend.
absolutely brilliant. So this was one of the first
Okay.
times that Paul Sheard and I ever played
Probably
against
see
each
cheap
other.
down to the ground.
It was
Sturm and Drang's gonna walk
we're all
to
locals,
here.
and it was the last round. We
He
were both
is
pretty
going
tired,
to,
and we were playing on Recon
not
2.
fiddle about with his health. I don't know what I'm doing. There.
And
He's going to put out vision
I
onto
spent
Maya.
basically my entire turn positioning around this Waldrat, and he put
He's gonna
in
put
the
out
center of the
clarity
board,
field onto the Dracodol,
which in those days was where the flag went, I think.
which he will
And
immediately remove.
After I'd positioned every model,
Clarity shield.
we just had
Yeah,
this
sure.
sinking
Sounds
moment of
fine.
realization where we
And
realized that the
cast
Waldrat
yourself.
was directly stood on top of where the flag was.
Oh,
So now what you do
Um,
as a sane person at this point is one of you just says, fair play mate, I concede, let's just get this over with. Because it's the last round of the locals, we were playing for maybe second, third or fourth, not something that either of us were particularly interested in. He'd just go, fair enough. Like, that's the gentlemanly thing to do, right? But because it was so late in the day and we just weren't thinking straight, like, if you asked either of us to do
Hermit
this
rest
now,
here.
then we'd just do it the civilized way.
This fellow
But we went,
is just going to run over
Sure.
to here.
and what followed was, because I'd positioned my whole army around this Waldrat, right? Like, it was
Quack
the
will
most
go.
important model.
Mhm.
So,
Go to here, and he will put out
poor
immediately
local
onto
judge, who shall
both
remain
of
nameless
the
for his
hogs.
own dignity and sanity, had to reposition every model in my army after repositioning the Waldrat using least disturbance, and then make sure that everything of mine was
and
out
this
of threat
warthog
range
will
while
have
still able to do the thing that it had done in that turn. And it took half an hour.
What on earth?
And you know what the best part was?
2, 3. Oh,
Go
do you
on.
mind if
We
I
called the game the next.
actually riled the other
God.
warthogs?
That's just
And magic
evil.
rolled them.
That is absolutely evil.
We just couldn't be asked anymore.
Corey?
We didn't know
I'm
what
not
we
surprised.
I was going to
Was
do.
you ever
sorry,
allowed back
you
at
must
that
have cut out.
local?
Yeah, are you okay with me riling?
Yeah,
again?
all
Rule
time.
number 1.
Oh,
People
all
keep
good.
tolerating me for some
Completely.
fucking reason. I don't know why.
I literally have no idea.
Okay.
Make
Yeah, I
zero
know,
sense.
right?
But over to you. So I'm going to pause it. Let's assess.
That's just,
So
I can't get over that.
2,
That's so incredibly stupid.
I know. It
and
was
then
a very
as and
bad
when you're ready,
decision.
go for it.
Alright, score still 0-0. Can't score this turn.
Oh, did the turn end?
Turn ended.
Yeah,
We've got no more
No,
clouds.
not any of us actually
Glad
watching
you're
this
paying
game.
attention.
Yeah, some
I'm sorry, I
clouds.
just assumed we were still putting that one cloud down. I do apologise.
No, 3 clouds and a wall got put down in that turn, and Clarity Shield was added.
That
And
Iron Holt?
there is an Iron
Interesting.
Holt. And Min Crows.
We left a bigger gap there.
Oh, where's the Dominator? Find it.
Do you need it for crows?
You need it
Yeah.
for Merc units, right?
Isn't crows weird?
Gross, that's like my whole stack to do
Ooh.
that.
No,
So
Crow-
that isn't Crocodile.
Don't like the sound
That
of
is
that.
Sturm and Drang. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It's Sturm and
There
Drang.
are 3 merc units in this
I
list.
think I'm trading.
I'm sorry, I thought I was the one not paying attention here.
We even read out the list to Mark as well right at the beginning.
Thingy, but I think
I'm
you're
gonna do
right
some
here.
proxy machine while I think and talk.
There's definitely a Dominator on the
Sounds
Crows.
good.
No,
ITK for 2.
Yeah, but there's the Dominator. But then who's the Dominator then on Iana 1 and
The
Holt 1?
Dogfarter
They've
is
also
the
got one.
worst one in the world I can barely breathe.
Okay, so who's the Dominator on Asphyxious
Dying a
Sanctified?
little bit on the inside.
There isn't.
Oh.
He's
That
just
was
allowed
the
in the theme.
sound I made. That's why I had to mute my mic. I thought I was gonna
Are you
puke.
sure?
Yeah.
Don't know what the fuck he ate last
Yes.
night. I think he's old and his
Were
insides
you
are
added to
rotting.
the feed?
Yeah.
Tom, didn't
Bless
you
him.
play this theme against me?
He's
No.
adorably ugly, just like his owner.
Sure.
Definitely
Well,
did.
if I did, I had
You-
a Dominator.
So if I run
No, you didn't. You 100% didn't, Tom. You've played.
No, I 100% did.
You probably didn't.
pretty sure it just dies next turn.
Right, you don't even remember playing the game, Tom.
No, I remember playing the game, Dave. I actually added a Dominator Team, which explains why Conflict Chamber wouldn't let me add a Dominator Team.
What's the range for Mad Visions?
8 inches.
Shows you how little I played
8
that thing.
inches.
Or just
Let me
the
double
game.
check that so I don't.
They was clearly trying to treat you by giving him tough.
The faction was dead for a long time.
Where are you, Mr. Hermit? Yeah, Command 8.
So much hand in my
You're speed
On
5
those
these
guys, yeah.
right?
Remember, for what it's worth, remember they've got Enliven on them.
Okay, so how safe
So
is that
we're
Dragon Dart
shooting
actually this
If you
turn?
if you if you
How
cause
easy
damage, I
is
get
it
full
for
advance.
a Hex Blast to get thrown out there?
I mean, what's that actually charging in this turn apart from a Stalker?
Correct.
I mean, the Stalker
We're
can't
back to where you were.
get it over the wall.
I mean, it can walk and jump. Not that it makes a difference.
Then it's not charging.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is nothing's within range because it can't be moved, can it?
And just in case you, I mean,
I
you
have to be
probably know
honest, I'm
anyway,
so
but,
far zoomed in,
the
I
Warhogs have
couldn't
got
actually
Shield
see
Guard
that.
as a Field
I
Marshal.
mean, it would get a Hex Blast.
Yeah, you know
Get a
that.
Hex
Cool.
Blast
Okay,
with
just
the,
checking.
I was thinking if I could fish him out.
That's right. It's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to
All you're
knock
doing is
him down.
forcing, well, potentially forcing him to recast it. It's a shame as well because it is like the single biggest gimmick of this list. Is that priority fielded Drakendar?
Okay, solos. You got the Hermit.
Yep.
Can't make a flag 'cause he's speed 5. You got
Sorry,
Meyer.
thank you.
You can put him on any
Can I
flag
just
you
talk
want.
for a second, not about this game, but about
Why,
how
yeah.
in love I am with Linda's artwork
You got
from Riot Quest.
Boomhowler, speed 5.
Yeah,
It
go
just
on.
looks
Boomy
so
speed
fucking
5.
done.
Quack is speed 6. Gateman Soul
It just
Slave
looks
is
so
speed
fucking
5.
tired and done, and it's my
Remember,
exact
I've got
aesthetic.
TK, but
Is that the new Infernal
and
model?
then the Doodian
That's
is
Cultist
speed
Idiot, yes.
6, I think.
Mark, are you saying that you are perpetually
No,
tired
speed
of
5 on the Doodian.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a phrase I want to use, but I feel like it'll get me
Yeah,
kicked out
yeah,
this
they're
stream.
good too.
There's very few things that you can say on this stream that will get you kicked out of this stream.
Trust me, I will get kicked out this stream.
Speed 7.
Anyway, moving very swiftly on. Whose turn is it right now? It is currently
We
Corey's
are
turn.
on Corey's turn.
Is it a
Okay.
warrior model for the
It is
DPS thing?
interesting that this stalker is
No, it's
where
a
it
living.
is
It's living that has to.
with
that has to
Chris's
give up.
stuff
Yeah,
where it is.
yeah.
Like, this feels like a bit of aggressive positioning when there's a stalker about.
Can Gaspy
I'd
kill
have,
a Draken
I'd
out?
have maybe played these Voichons a little safer, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe just moved them a little bit more to that left flank and just made it so that they don't get randoed by a stalker.
I feel like you're only killing one. If you get I don't feel like a Stalker can kill two.
Oh, it's not gonna kill two, that would be absurd.
Yeah, you've also got a Hermit there as well.
Your armor 20 on the Draken Dart?
Oh, has he got Hermit there?
Yeah, he's got Hermit.
20.
You kind of want a Hermit for when things start going
Nice
in on
face off.
Dracodile, though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't wanna
this list lives and dies by the Dracodile
I
stick.
mean, you do, but at
Also,
the same sense,
on my
you also
error
do
as
not
well.
want to lose a Void.
For taking the Dracodile
Like
streak,
nothing's
that's
touching in this
6
turn
times
apart from
6
some
times 7.
maybe some crows. And
It's 42,
because
plus
I think he was
3 is
measuring something out and he
45.
can't quite get it in by the looks of things.
Hmm.
Can't really get you with much else.
So the real question is that Dunichon
Also gets
within
Stalker, dude.
2 inches of that cloud? Which I'm assuming it isn't. And honestly,
That seems
there's
super
not
risky
really
just
enough
going forward,
offloads here to pressure super early. Like, they're
No.
very...
Seems
They've
really
played
good.
very
You
safe.
lose
These
a bit of hit
offloads are
back,
very far
do
back.
take a
And there's not
huge
really
base
much
off the
threat
table,
on the
I
minion
suppose.
side that I can see that
That's only if I
justifies
get it,
that
though, like,
hugely.
Gaspy
Yeah.
can
Like,
just straight
where
dice
is
it.
Sai?
If I land
Where,
hard,
where is,
straight dice it.
well,
Yep.
boom, how luck is there, I guess.
The sad thing is if you
There's no
get out and you
early
lose the
primal
Stalker
chons.
Gaspy.
There's just not much in this list, so
Well,
why
yeah,
aren't
I
you
would
being
put the Stalker
aggressive with
Gaspy
your
into it
pieces?
killing too.
Are you
Does
referring
anything
to?
try-
I mean, to be honest,
him,
you've probably
or-
got enough in the back
I'm
pocket
referring to
finish it
Corey.
off anyway.
Beg
Right,
pardon.
right, okay.
Like, you've got crows.
So
if
on
you
turn
need.
1, I'm assuming Corey
Although
went
they
first
hit
here,
about
right?
10.
Is that
Yeah,
correct?
Corey went
Dark
first. Yeah, so
Shroud.
the
Corey
only
went
thing you've
first,
got
so-
to think about
Two.
is you've
I
got
have-
quite a lot
I
of
have
sprays
one
here,
void
right?
spray, I'd have
Sure, you do, right?
a spell,
But
I'd have Aeon and
they're
Holds.
not the kind of
Get two
sprays
buff
that are
with
going to
two
threaten you on
shots.
turn 1. Like, I'm looking
Yeah.
at so
You could
guy
probably
number
chip damage
2,
to finish it
what
off. You
upkeep
probably
does
end up
Thexus have, if
potentially
any?
if you don't finish him with those two, putting the rest of the army
I
to
just,
kill it.
I just don't think it's worth it.
What I'm looking for is a reason
is-
why he
what
doesn't
is
cast
his
TK
charge
4
threat?
times.
his
charge.
10, unless a TK.
Is there any such reason?
Twice he has
Yeah, I'm not gonna be within 15 of your caster.
none.
None. So you cast TK 4 times and charge. You be aggressive with your big control man. So we have number 2 Warden is almost at the line where I would consider him acceptable. He seems to have been a little bit cautious, and he could be 2 inches further. Number 1 is, again, a little bit further back, but you could have a discussion. One side might be right, one side might be wrong, who knows. But then number 3 is just like a miles back for no good reason. I'm not understanding that decision.
So I'm gonna allocate 2 this
So
guy,
that Rampager could be an alternative to 2 TKs. Considering
1 to
you
this
do get
guy.
full advance out of it.
That's 4.
Oh, that is true, there are war beasts here.
We are actually playing into hordes for once.
Yeah, I forgot they existed. So, I think that
And then I will start by
in
running
this
girls.
case, I'm not sure about Rampager, just because we have double Enliven on the board, and there's no knockdown access here. So, because Enliven's a full advance, you're gonna fuck off right back anyway.
It's not full advance, it's 3 inches.
Is it only 3 inches for Rampager?
No.
Yeah.
Enliven's only 3 inches.
No, Enliven's a full advance. Look.
No, it's not.
What do you got for AoEs?
Yes, it
Not
is.
much, right?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna bring up
I
the
have-
fucking card library now.
So if I
Hang on.
swap to Drang, he's got
If
obliteration
it's 3 inches
think
after
that's
I've doubled
pretty
down,
much
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah, we-
shit.
in there.
Dominion, Sturm and Drang.
Yep.
Do I get to Heritage Knight's machine if you
name
want?
me a model that has Enliven.
Okay,
Protectorate.
Quag or
the-
the Vassal?
Yep, the Vassal. Because I've got to go through like
Who's
700 cards whenever I open this.
On the Warhogs,
Still
without
haven't finished it yet, that's the
TKs, so
worst
just
part.
TKing them.
I've got to finish
11.
this fucking card library.
As
God
long as you
help
don't
us if
proc
we ever
Enliven.
write any
So
articles.
they're
from before.
9 plus the TK to 11
9.
plus my TK
9
to
plus.
13.
Exactly. Yeah.
Enliven. Full advance.
So stay outside of 13.
Oh.
Your Void Archons
And
are there.
Barry agrees with
TK
me.
and TK.
Wait, have I been playing
You
this
know
wrong the
what,
whole
Ryan,
time?
mate?
Have I been
You
playing this
know
wrong the
what?
whole time?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
12
magnanimous in
inches
my
on the top.
victory.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
12
going to be
on the
so
top.
upset if I
Yeah.
played this wrong the whole time.
Wouldn't put it past you.
But then I suppose they could. Jeez, I suppose they could walk 8 with the TK, spray, and then port.
I'm
another
making no
8.
comment here.
So 17 if they
Okay.
kill something.
What is the actual word? As you've got it probably there, still, Mark. What's the actual wording on Enliven then?
If you damage the Warjack, make a full advance. Sorry, if the Warjack suffers damage from an enemy attack.
I think is it not? I think you find that the first time it suffers.
The next time.
Yeah. Same
Yeah,
thing.
I'm just paraphrasing because I'm
You
bored,
have to
okay?
trigger it, you don't have to move.
I have contracts to write, I ain't got time to read.
Get Thexus forward.
I mean, you technically do because you need to read those contracts you're making.
You don't need to have read them. We've already established this. You can get paralytic drunk and then side away Knight's machine to
Crocodiles, got
some
spray.
random.
Wait, hasn't that already happened?
No, because Paul Sheard never played Brad Park for the cast off.
Yes, that is true.
Oh,
I
but
am
the no
saved.
TK on my caster.
I mean, if we're on
He's
it,
probably
we're
too
going
far.
the full Smogcom route.
One. I'll put it on.
What Mark would do would be sign it off
Anna.
to PP, and then PP
Caster
will
will evidently move to here.
make it disappear.
Also, I'm slightly triggered that I've played Enliven wrong for
Up
maybe
here, can you Dracodile see me?
the whole of Mark 3
Uh,
and quite a lot of Mark 2.
Probably.
It's fine, Ryan. It's not like you
medium
I'm
base.
glad that you're
I am a
you've been
medium. I
introduced
paused the
well.
clock and I'm gonna copy.
It's not like at
No,
any
you
point
can't- I
this
can't- I
year
can't- I
you
can't
signed
see
up
it.
for
I can't see it.
anything
I'm gonna
move behind the
major where
objective.
you were under a lot of pressure to do well
Not behind the
for England,
objective,
right?
can't see it.
Yeah, but do you know what? Do you know what makes that fine?
What?
I'm gonna move to there,
Creator's
cast
Might
my
is
spell.
not actually a theme.
Because I've-
Me and Paul talked about this earlier. So
Do you want me
you've
to
got your
avoid the box?
faithless masses, right?
yes. I
And then you've got your narrative themes in Menoth, which you can't play in competitive play,
Crocodiles spray.
which are Creator's Might.
A billion
And-
and
Those like,
in fact.
Ah,
are those
So
narrative
18
things, Ryan? Are they a
doesn't
bit
assault,
like
right?
narrative
Yeah, yeah.
solos?
Exactly that. Exactly that. You can only play them in
Non-competitive environment.
Man, I was so hyped when they released that new RideQuest model, and it was like, this is a narrative solo. I was like, oh my god, they've solved the problem. They've solved the problem. No, boom, straight in your face. 16 RideQuest models.
Shot Thexus.
Shit. He's onto me.
There's another way I can say it. It's gonna be fucking awful. Sorry, TT. I'm not sorry at all.
Gaspy's gonna go 0 move to contest this flag. He's gonna throw down some clouds. Shred's 12, you said, right?
Oh.
Which, sorry?
For the Dracodile?
He threats 10 in melee, but 12 if I TK you, but I'm not getting anything over there for TKs.
Well, that's the point. Barry, seeing as you're watching, I don't know how much you're actually watching, do you want to send me the command for the mod thing, seeing as you've clearly forgotten to remind me?
On a couple clouds.
I don't want him mod up here.
So we can just have more of these things in play. You have Isla Sight.
No. No, I do not.
He's gonna go there then, and I'll throw the clouds there.
Cool.
Gaspy'll stay there.
Sweet.
Really worried about you charging me, so I'm gonna move to there. Gaspy can. Still aside of 15. You can't TK me.
Oh, so I muted myself earlier. Not heard a single thing that I've said the whole time. Fantastically.
Well done.
Did you agree to play
The power goes
Bullshit for
14
the
blind.
Right to Might machine? Was that what you're saying?
Don't think
Sure, why not?
Archons, right?
You cannot.
Yeah, so you're okay.
I don't really want a power 14 though.
Oh, good job, Tom.
Damn.
Proud of you.
Yep.
Want to trade your jacket out for
Fixing my
an Archon?
corpse could be difficult.
Maybe.
So proud of you. What I was asking is,
Crazy guy.
don't both sides just have a crippling weakness to
TK?
clouds
No.
in this matchup? Or has Thexus got Isle of Sight and I just don't remember that being a thing?
No, Texas definitely does not have either side.
This three's just gonna run up here.
Considering how much cloud tech is in this game, that seems bizarre, considering how many lists have easy access to Isle of Sight now.
Well, the fact that neither of them took Isle of Sight as the objective.
Yeah, as well. It's just
Don't-
there.
I say warjacks. Don't the not warjacks have either side for Aspects?
I drew a lightning bolt. That was on purpose.
This is your pick.
No idea.
Monstrosities.
I'm not creative. I'm not good enough to with straight lines draw a deck. I'm gonna practice
I
though.
do drudges, but
Let's do it now.
Oh, okay, so Thexus can see through the
As
clouds
soon
then.
as you start your tournament
Well-
copy model and start drawing a deck.
Kind of.
Dr. Stygius.
You just can't get rid of the concealment from the clouds.
He'll walk up into here.
So you can cast spells through the clouds.
Because that's how stupid Arking works.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So
Exactly wrong.
Cephalix's war beast can charge through the clouds.
I did.
Which is
So good at this game.
obviously as well the Drakendal.
He'll
Don't-
TK
don't
my
have it
caster.
not hate anymore, do they? Or is it just forests?
No, you can't see. The Dracodile can't see
I'm
through
gonna
them.
TK this agitator.
You
No,
can-
no, but you can see the Drakendal through the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've always been able to do that.
A big
That's
Z
true.
and then got TK. And then the stalker's going to run to here.
So obviously, why all the clouding on the other side of the board where that doesn't matter.
I'm clocking you and pausing. It is your turn too. You can now score.
So nothing
Amazing.
has happened.
Fantastic.
Right.
I think you'll find, Ryan, that actually what's happened is
There we
block
go.
has been pulled
Cool.
back.
Right, I'm going to take away all this crap for a start.
Back in business.
I'll put it over here because I might want to use it again. In fact, could I make a little
So-
place with it?
What do we think the plays are actually
Just
here?
in this corner here.
I think both people are just really scared of each other's TKs.
Perfect. That'll be fine.
I mean,
Right.
unfortunately, it's a legitimate
Kind of
thing.
looks like cock and balls.
I mean, I think one
Okay.
person's TKs are significantly
So-
worse than the others.
What have we got?
I'll leave you to
Cool,
work
I've
out
got
who
this
that is.
sneaking suspicion,
Clearly Thexus. Terrible TKs.
and it might be just paranoia.
He
But
does
kind
not
of
have the
looks
best
like you're
TKs in the
flanking
game. That is true.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's just a trick of the.
Let's try and get
a trick of the light, right?
my loot back.
There's a way the screen's bending on your computer.
Just while
Is
I'm
it?
looking at
Makes
this
sense.
list,
Yeah.
It interests me that Chris
On a
has
real
made one
table, it
particular
looks fine.
compromise, which is to not have Orin Midwinter in
Cool.
here.
Oh my god,
So,
what is this stream?
what the
You know, the
fuck
worst
do we
part is
do
I
here?
take War Machine
Oh,
and play
No
War
one
Machine
has
and
listened to me.
take it online.
Yeah, right.
I have made that comment twice.
Oh, did you already say that? I'm sorry, darling.
Yeah.
I still
That's
have
very
my pass
important.
on.
He's just got very important, did you just say?
It's bottom of 2.
Well, I'm
Bottom
kind
of 2 now.
I'm not sure how to feel about that, to be honest.
He's just a cog in the night.
It's just been switched over.
It means I feel comfortable around you enough to take my pants off.
Fuck you,
That's
that
good.
one was
That's
good,
good.
guys. I can't believe that got
Flattered's the
blanked.
word. Oh, wait, I have to
Sorry.
I feel comfortable around you.
I'm too
Oh my
too
God,
busy
I would-
laying
Sorry,
down
Sorry, Mark, what did you
railway
say?
tracks.
I said you were a
Okay,
cog in
so
the night.
who gets magic weapons?
I still didn't hear you. What was that?
Well,
You're a cog
be
in the
honest,
night's
you probably-
machine.
Yeah, that's right.
Cock.
That's right. How does it feel, Mark? How does it feel to be ignored 2 times in a row?
Out of interest, how far do the monstrosities
Mate, I have
threat
fucking
if
APD, right?
if
Like,
you-
having to
if you
have
can't
people
TK me?
repeat themselves to me is
If I
pretty
can't so
fucking...
against your
It's the background noise of my
Dracula.
life. Yeah, it's fine being on the giving end of it for a change.
11?
Mark is
Speed
all about the
five,
receiving.
TK to 7, charge for 10. They threaten 11 because they're 1 inch reach.
That is in fact true.
Into
Uh,
resting.
So, Mr. John Wills
If I
Everything
has
else
made
is
up the
army.
really interesting point
yeah,
of
yeah.
how Chris doesn't have Orin in his list.
Yeah, I can't believe none of us mentioned that yet.
Oh,
Except for
Oh.
interesting.
Okay, for serious. I'm getting back to this game now. So, we have
No, okay. So they don't
opposing
get the benefit
cloud
from
walls,
gas with the
basically.
ballistic
One of the
charge and
clouds is
whatnot.
good,
Nope.
and the others...
Gatsby gets all the benefits.
I'm
this
not
game.
gonna lie, this
Looking
cloud
for
wall
two,
on the
TK
right
for
here is
two,
not striking me
TK
as
you, I can
great.
feed on
It's
you.
not really achieving
What a
much.
jerk.
Do we know what
No,
objective
all the
Chris has
balances.
went with? He's went with magical
Okay.
weapons. Okay, this is a take.
So 11.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that we
What?
didn't see.
We're big scared of this pistol wraith.
There's 2 pistol wraiths.
We're big scared of these pistol wraiths. It's
Okay,
not like
so
we have
hear
shield
me
guards
out
or
here.
anything.
No, I think it's more the fact
If
of
I go
he has not very many magical weapons to deal with it. Like, you got the voids, but
He's got double void charge. Shut up.
Never mind, don't
This
listen
is
to me.
fine.
Mark, I don't know if you've noticed, but nothing's happened in this game. Both people are very scared to give away a model.
Yeah, well.
Like,
this
he's measuring his
Dracula
Dracodol
thing is
here. If that
incredibly
lands, it
aggressive,
dies.
so-
Anyway, so Dracodol
Say
gets
again?
magic attacks for this turn.
Oh, no, I think it's going in.
A single magic attack.
Oh, wait, whoa,
Magic.
something's happening.
Beautiful.
We sure?
Dracodol has got magical weapons.
I might do. I'm
Oh
that kind
shit,
of
we're
guy.
about to trade Dracodile for a pistol wraith, boys and girls.
Fuck me.
Get hyped.
That's not
Fucking
I didn't
degenerate.
mean that 'cause saying savage is racist.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
it still polarity shielded?
That's-
Yeah, it's very
that's
polarity
vicious,
shielded.
man.
That's fine.
Killing my poor little machine rate.
That is vicious. Right, I'm gonna
Oh,
first.
there's a lot of words we were allowed to use 20 years ago we can't fucking use now.
On the upside, thanks to this
My son
construction,
informed me just the other day I can't
Thexus
say
beat
savage
turn won't take forever.
because it's not.
There's barely any models to move with it.
People that
Yeah, I don't think Sturm and Drang's feet's going to take that long either.
air quoting civilized like the rest of the world.
I wonder why, Ryan. I wonder
Completely fair.
why.
With that in mind, or not in mind, or in mind.
Oh, he's making a
I'm
Sturm and
going
Drang
to
joke here.
Upkeep, Clarity Shield for 1.
What was the
and then I'm
joke?
gonna
I'll share it
upkeep
with the
Vision
class.
on
Bearing this in
Maya
mind.
for free.
Seems like good plans.
Seems like a good plan.
What?
But
I would keep
I
polarity.
don't know.
Was it the in mind bit? Was that literally the joke part,
Yeah.
Ryan?
100% a joke.
I'm so upset.
it's true. That's true.
By doing it for
So
free,
clearly what needs to happen this turn is he needs to go to Drang
You might be onto something.
to get that
the superior
sweet,
part of the half, yeah?
a sweet bonus of...
The crack.
Yeah,
C-R-A-I-C with an accent.
What is going on in this game? They've just
Nothing.
spelled out
Nothing.
crack. No, they've just spelled out crack. Not sure why.
In Ireland, that's how they spell it, right? The crack.
we just saw it spell it
Brilliant.
C-R-A-C-K. There's no I.
A-C-K.
Chris is now getting corrected in how you spell crack.
The crake. Someone's doing a willy in the
Side
corner.
note, can everyone just quickly pay
Is it Corey?
attention to the
It might
template penis in the bottom left-hand corner? of the
Tom, that's
screen?
been there for such a long time.
Excellent.
No, 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 because
That
it
is
had
how
a
you should always
template
start
at the
those
bottom. They've
widgets.
just rearranged it so that it actually doesn't have some kind of ball at the end of the penis.
Right,
Do you not
okay,
have a
so
ball at the end
what
of
I'm
your
thinking
penis,
here
Tom?
is
I think that's actually a Prince Albert.
I've got a Rat 6 Void Archon. What could
Look,
possibly go
maybe you've just never had someone make you excited enough that it swells up into a ball at the end, okay?
He's clearly,
I think let's keep
Check
going.
for your penis, you need to go and see a doctor.
Tom, you haven't looked at the new right quest models, and it hasn't got you excited enough.
It's why they call it a ball end, mate.
Ryan, right quest models do not excite me.
Have you never heard of a ballpoint penis?
Shockingly, no.
Do you know ballpoint penis?
My point across.
Have you lived your whole life a lie and think that
Just delete my 2 clouds and
a
then
ballpoint pen, Mark? Is that what you're referring to?
My
here?
God.
You know what, Ryan?
See, that kind of shit would have worked had I
I'm
put the Jaguar
kind of more disappointed in
and
myself
had Linus in the
that
draft.
through whatever actions I've taken,
oh my god, there's some
you
good
have
actually
somehow
did
become
kill them.
convinced that I would
They're good.
actually
They're
think
amazing.
that ballpoint pen
Jealousy
is
'cause I
ballpoint penis.
don't have
100%.
Fuck,
I mean,
of
I'm shocked that you even
great.
listened to what I said. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you.
So,
Okay,
returning to
so,
the game,
I think we
Another
killed
look.
Machine Wraith with a Dracodile.
Okay.
I
You're gonna end up
swear I'm
charging
trying to
Gasp next
actually
turn
pay attention to this.
Anyway,
I just have
if
no
I
idea
can
what they're
try and do
doing.
with the Stalker, then it makes it
Like,
a little bit
what
harder
even
if
is
you do
happening?
it.
Nothing, Mark.
They're talking about
No,
the
I'm
spelling
aware
of
that
crack.
nothing's happening. I should clarify. I'm wondering why nothing's happening.
Okay.
Why is this Dracodile not just
Ugh.
going to the left and being like, you have
Okay.
a Voidtron that can maybe pop?
Okay. So,
Like,
Quack.
how is
First of all,
Corey killing this? Thexus has Hex Blast.
Monster Quackaroony.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
yeah. Oh my
he who
god.
quacks.
Right, I'm done.
He's
See you later,
gonna
guys.
walk to there,
See you later.
And he's
I'm
going to
out.
say quack, quack, quack.
Brian's
quack.
already brought all
I'm
this
out.
up. Oh, that's the
My God,
problem.
he's just something else.
I'm not even
he's
doing
gonna put
this
out Evil
intentionally, I swear down.
onto his
Point is
two
though,
pygmy
right? Like
friends.
these warders,
That's one
or
thing you-
whatever they're called,
That's
wreckers,
one thing you
warders.
can't get rid of.
It depends if they've got
Uh,
flowers,
it's
they're
range
wreckers. If they haven't got
7?
flowers,
I think it's command. I
Warders.
could be wrong.
Oh, 7 or 8 doesn't matter. You're easily within.
The subdue
I could
exists.
be wrong. I'll be
Oh
wrong.
yeah, sure,
So he'll do that, and he'll
Doesn't
just
mean it
sit there and go
doesn't
quack, quack, quack,
exist.
quack, quack, even though he's
sure.
a frog.
I will freely
so,
admit to its
with that in
existence
mind,
insofar
happens
as we have
next?
rules for it and there's a physical model for it.
I can move him here.
Okay, so what happened
But then what happens?
here?
Because a certain Mr.
If
Parkston, this
Chris
Grab a
just
call.
goes
Yeah,
not
yeah.
massively
Okay.
aggressively to the left, but starts positioning so that he thrusts left. Like this Fixius can't reposition fast enough, right?
Not while being relevant, no.
Not while being safe either. Like the calculus of relevant safety doesn't really extend to making an immediate leftward move. So what you do is, I mean, there's nothing on the flags, but Chris is realistically scoring 1-1 here. And then at that point, I think there's a distinct possibility of a 5-0, honestly. Like, if Chris keeps up this sort of passive style. Like, I would have expected to see Dugout, I would have expected to see Orin in the list. Like, there needs to be some kind of answer to there's something on this flag. Like, because I can see Corey just going, I don't know what this objective is, so it could be Pathfinder, it might not be, okay. I could see Corey just going, okay, I'm going all in on this Dracodile that presumably contests the center flag or whatever, and if I kill it, I win. And I think he might kill it. I honestly think he might kill it.
So what's he killing it with? What's he got actively that can get into it?
So, realistically, it's going to be one Warden under Agitator. Where's this? Why is this other Warden in fucking Toronto?
Hello. Hello.
Maybe it's got
Okay.
family there, okay?
Cool.
Don't judge it.
May have to concede.
Sure, but it's like a bad time of year to visit. Anyway,
Really?
so Dracodile's probably going to
Oh,
position
I'm sorry to
within
hear that,
4 of the
dude. Everything
flags
alright?
if he doesn't
Keep
go
playing.
hunting this
No,
pistol
I
wraith on the right.
just got called. I'm glad I only had
So,
one, I just got called back
You
at
put
work.
your Dracodile near the flag.
Oh, have you?
Probably can't get away with
Not
putting much
yet, I
else
leave in
there
an hour.
because the feet
Okay,
exist, so
okay.
it's just
Well,
gonna
don't-
fuck
don't-
off
don't
anyway.
concede yet. You
Like,
might-
you
might
probably
be able
don't
to
want it
share that
within
with
2
people.
inches of the flag, or
Uh,
it's just
yeah.
free money.
Groovy.
And if the Dracodile
Um,
gets bogged down in doing actual
sweet.
work
I'll,
in the
I'll start the
center
clock
rather than on the left, then Doyle's just gonna rack up the points.
Did you when did you need to finish up?
The battle group is so far back as well. Like, where are these warhogs? What are they doing? Where is the catapult?
Hello, sorry,
They're
dude.
7,000
it keeps
miles
it's probably
away.
my end. It keeps
Okay,
cutting
so they're both
out.
enlivened, which is good.
Are you? Do you need to go
So-
right now, or
They
no, I got a
push
bit of time.
up.
okay? Cool. Well, just let me know
Um,
when you want to pack up and finish, and I'll yeah, no worries.
There's just not enough
Well, let's just
meaningful
cool.
contesting
Wait for half
pieces
an hour.
here because of the lack of dugout. Like, you need to be in a position where
Where was I?
Corey can't just
So I'm
go,
trying to
I'm
think of
gonna
a way to get hold of
feet
that
and
stalker
TK,
because he's a
and
real
you're
pain
4
in my
inches
ass.
away from wherever you
And
start.
I know that
You don't want him to Kruger too.
you've made it that way. But
Well,
still,
it's even worse than Crooked 2, right? Because it's
get
like
to him.
everything is taking a 2-inch push, and then there's 4 TKs out there.
So I could walk to there and spray
So,
him with a TK.
and it's
for him.
omnidirectional as well. You can't even fuck it up
I
with
could
terrain
not do
too
the same
badly.
for that fellow.
Okay,
but I
so
could
this is
probably
this is
manage
what I
it.
wanted
It's
to
gonna
see
give me
turn
too
earlier.
many
This is an
items.
aggressive Voichon.
I'm gonna need to start putting stuff up by you anyway.
Like, I don't know if this
but
game
do
is
I need-
unsalvageable at this point. I'd
Probably
hesitate to
just
write
use
it
the
off in this
gobbers
way.
to contest
But
that flag.
I think a drastic change of strategy needs to happen
Gobbers.
now, and it
Seems
needs to be done
reasonable.
right. Like, this is the key turn.
I think we just
If
have to forget
this
that
gets
extra
fucked up,
flag 'cause it's
Thexus
just
is
too
going to
much of a
walk
pain.
it. If it
So I think
doesn't
we'll
get
do that
fucked
straight
up,
off,
then
and then we'll be able to get
Thexus is
stuff
going to
to
have
the
some
board.
problems.
So yeah, okay. So this one's gonna run
Oh,
over to here.
hello, Marc Andre.
Do you want to repeat yourself, Mark?
You got no counter charge or anything like that, have you?
Say again?
Yeah.
Nope.
God, so just ignore him.
Counter charge. Hyper aggressive is my only liability.
Okay, extender. Cool. So we'll have that one run to
So,
there.
looking at what's happening
and this one
now,
for the time being
Swamp Gobbers are
will,
running up. This is just
that's the
throwing
leader one
models
over
away.
by the flag,
I
of course,
don't agree with this
and
play.
then the other one will just run behind
And the
the flag.
reason I don't agree with it is because
We've got contesting
those
models
models are going to
later.
serve effectively no
Seems
purpose right
reasonable.
now when they're not
Well,
important.
not reasonable, but you know.
But
you
they
get the
could
idea.
serve a purpose later when they are important. Does that make sense?
Get into.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Although
right
he's
now,
only thrown one of them away.
sure, but he's
Have you
given
got
away a
access to
soul to the
Pathfinder for the
Voichon,
monstrosities?
basically, right? Like,
Nope.
if Corey's willing to. So, like, there's a world in which you burn a TK on that Swamp Gobber. And that sounds stupid, but the reason you do that is so you can trigger Void Walk on your Archon,
Mhm.
so that it can, if that Dracodile were to
It's a
go
good thing,
central,
yeah.
which it looks like it's not doing actually, so I'm going to just end this train of thought prematurely. It looks like the Dracodile is going right, and I'm really not a fan of that. Like, this feels
so
like
he'll
a
walk to
big
there.
mistake to me.
He
I'm not
will
sure about
boost
it
a
at all,
spray onto the
because
machine wraith.
at that
So,
point
let's
you
see if
can
that
take
works.
advantage of the
Boom,
water.
So rat
That's
5,
going to be fine.
need 9s. Yeah, that'll
But
do.
it's just going to be,
Boom.
it's
I
the
hate this
position
dice.
that it's currently in.
Yeah.
It's not
And then
impacting anything.
2.
I
It's
think.
just spraying a bomb bot. It's spraying a
he's
bomb
not
bot, and it's
decent.
presumably clipping Lich,
Don't
Oh, he's
think
out of
so.
or
Diesel.
Asphyxious, rather, I should say, for clarity's sake.
So he's like
And
armor
that seems to
12
be
or
what's
something.
happening.
Yep, just dice.
It's hard to tell
514.
without having them in voice. Nope, it was a machine riff.
I
Okay,
will stick
fine.
up floodwaters.
Like, that machine riff is now gone, but guess what? There's 2 solos over there, you know? Iron and Holt
yeah,
are like a
that'll be
zillion
him
miles
done,
back.
I suppose.
Okay.
So,
Um,
what would actually deal with the Dracodile in this list?
my
anyway, really?
enlivened
So,
Deuterino
on that
is going
flank,
to
where it's
go
gone right
to
now,
here.
nothing. Because it's very far back, and it's...
But if it moved a bit further forward, I mean, its fixtures could do significant damage to a Dracodile, let's not be silly.
Oh, hang
Sure,
on a minute.
so what I'm...
Could he have gone that far?
excuse me.
'Cause I've put
So,
boxes
if
on.
it was around the centre, I think what would be going into it is realistically
That's all gone.
Asphyxious with maybe a Flicker,
Um,
the Stalker for
Any
certain,
clue where that
and then a Warden
Warhog
under
was to begin
Agitating.
with? Was he back like
Depending
here?
on where it goes, so it needs to be within 4 inches
No
of the
idea.
flag.
Fuck's
And
sake.
I've just
Okay,
learned that Ayana
um,
is like 17,000
You're
miles
good.
away.
It's fine.
But
tell you what I'll
she
do.
threatens
I
18,
will
she's 12 away from the
move
flag, or rather the outside the flag.
Sturm and Drang
I think
over
we could
to
get
here
a
first.
Kiss of Lilith off there.
Mhm.
So
And
then that
I'll spend a
Dracodile
TK,
is
so we
going to
know
be
that
armor
he's moving that far,
16.
at least.
So your Warden goes in
Sound
at
good?
straight dice.
Cool.
I
No,
think it
I
can
was
get there
moving
through
with you on
Floodwaters with a
I'll
TK.
yeah,
So it's a TK on Asphyxious, a TK on
I'll spend a few to do that.
Ayana,
So he'll go to there
and
pass
a
through for
TK
Diesel.
on the Warden, maybe a TK on the Voichon as well, just to make sure it can charge. So you got charging Voichon,
Okay, cool.
charging
Right.
Asphyxious, and charging...
How many TKs you casting?
Again?
How many TKs you casting?
4, my friend.
This round 4.
So
Is this assuming that Stygius knocks off the polarity shield then?
That's a fair point. So, in that case,
What
Stygius
next?
is doing one of those TKs, you don't bother TKing the Voichon, and Thexus does a boosted to hit Hex Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point, mate. Well played. Well considered. So, actually, do you
Let's go for.
put the
Sturm and Drang do
Stalker in
anything else, or are they
first?
done?
So you put the
No, they're
Stalker
done,
in
they just
first, so
cast
there's
themselves,
Dark
so-
Shroud on it without having to.
So hopefully.
Sorry,
I'm...
put the Hex
yeah,
Blast
not
damage,
himself.
which
Excellent.
is good.
Solid work.
So you can actually
this
get
guy
some
runs
decent
here.
damage with a Hex Blast. And then I
This
think,
fella,
like, I'm just gonna try and do the maths very
walks to
roughly
here.
in my head here.
and he's going to
Stalker
TK this
walks
Void Archon
in
forwards 2 inches.
3 for, so it's about 15.
That Void Archon
No,
is then
because
going to
that's
walk.
focus off asphyxia, so
to
call it 9.
here.
So 9. And then Asphyxius does another.
I'm not going to be able to score that flag anyway. Ah,
Goes in straight.
so take the flag. He's going to throw a
10,
spray
7,
at the
7,
Stalker,
7, so another
so
31.
I'm going to need 9.
And then the Void Shot. Yeah, like this Crocodile would be
Oh
pretty
my
dead.
god, of
And
course.
that'll hit.
Okay, so
That'll
this
hit, so-
Void Shot is
armor
being
plus 2,
aggressive
so
now.
13 goes to
Maybe we're
50.
going to see some
50,
damage
so
on the
dice off one.
Stalker here.
Take 4. Down
No,
you 2.
that appears to be a very into a very poor column as well.
Like a
That
pro.
is unfortunate.
Okay.
That's like the worst column to
Ooh,
roll on a
next.
Stalker. Because he won't have taken out movement there, just without looking at the grid. Movement's still operational, and
Movement is still
Still got the
definitely
cannons on
operational.
Turns
Nothing's been
turn
taken out.
or so.
Would do.
yeah, exactly. Cortex and right arm still
Oh,
going.
don't worry about it. Don't rush.
So there's
So
no
let's,
chance of him clearing that Stalker off and scoring that flag.
Does he die if he
So
goes
right
there?
now-
He does.
I am currently seeing nothing out of Chris that is preventing the play that we just discussed, where 5-0 happens. Because as long as that Stalker can get to the objective, which it can, and you can get 2 Voidshon sprays on the objective and an Asphyxious Hellfire, there's enough damage on board to take it out.
You go to there. Stick down a cloud there.
Guys, really quickly, just because I heard what was happening, if you can't finish the game, if you just keep the link, you'll be able to come back to it. So if you wanted to, so neither person has to concede.
I'm not stressing. There's lots of time.
Oh, cool.
I only get salty when my boss calls me in when he's promised me time off because I'm hourred out, and then he pulls your essential worker bullshit with me.
Yeah. Okay, that's worries. I just thought I'd come and check in anyway. But,
Yep. No, we're good.
all right,
Thank you.
cool. That's right.
Cool.
No worries.
Thanks, dude.
That's right.
We're into here. What else we got? Let's close back because that looks a bit sloppy. Okay.
To
Right, sorry.
effectively POW 14s because Dark Shroud, right?
Yep.
So let's say you hermit one of those. So 2 POW 14s, you boost in damage, that's 6 damage on the first one,
Just to heal.
next one gets hermited, or whatever order you want to do it in, really. And then you buy another one that's about
This
another
fella
3
runs to
damage.
here.
Voidshon spray
And
at
we
dice off
will-
4 because of
what's he on?
decel
One. He's on
is
3,
about
so
another
3.
3 damage. Second Voidshon spray, dice off
Cool.
4. I think you can
Um,
get it there because TK. It depends on where these clouds go. But yeah, again, that's another bit of damage.
Yumi will give himself
And
repo.
then, what am I looking for? Oh, you can also probably get a soul on Voidshon number 1, red Voidshon number 1, that is,
Yep.
because the Swamp Gobber is out of Soul Ward range.
Skills.
So you literally just have those crows all just stand and aim, and they shoot that Swamp Gobber. Like, that can be their activation. So we get a soul on Voidshon number 1. We get 9 damage on the objective from the Stalker, because all this blocking that Chris is putting in the way, this doesn't fucking matter. We're Thexus, right?
Mhm.
Like, a feat is about to happen.
I apologize.
Cool.
No worries.
Put that down
So,
there, and then it'll reposition to-
continuing on though,
don't know.
like,
Here, I
none of this
suppose.
blocking really matters.
And then all
and
we've got to do are the
We can
Valkyries
get the
who can
Stalker there for 9
Another
damage. We can get a Voidshon spraying, Decel and Dark Shroud cancelling out, because I'm assuming Decel goes up. There's no reason for it not to.
So at the end of
And that
you
puts
score
us
1,
at-
and I score 1.
Dice off
Probably
4.
enough damage, I think. Yeah, dice off 4, that's another 6 or 7
So
damage. And then you've got an Asphyxious Hellfire in there,
yeah, so one there for me and one
under
there for
Dark Shroud.
Cool. And your turn 3.
It won't be
Or, it'll
boosted
be my
because
turn
you're allocating
Yep,
the
okay, you
Stalker,
do.
I'm
but
pausing clock.
there's enough to get this done.
I just went and checked in because basically Corey's only got a certain amount of time left because he's been called into work effectively.
Ah,
So I just wanted to see if they wanted to pause it and come back to it, but I think they all seem alright with it, to be fair.
Yeah. So the Twitch chat has basically recognised, I think, what we've recognised.
Can they
There's
kill the objective?
not
Can they kill the
enough
objective,
happening
basically?
here to get
Can I get to the
the
objective?
score 5 off the table.
It's the stalker.
So the one thing I'd say, just based on our discussion, is
Stalker
it's
kill the
not
objective
just going to
before
be the
attacks
stalker
advance
that kills the
forward.
objective,
3,
because
6, 8, 9.
as Ryan correctly pointed
3,
out,
6,
Hermit is a
9,
thing here,
12.
right?
No, I need dice
Yeah.
because
But overall,
I have a Void Archon and a
the
Void Archon, I
objective
can
is in a
spray it.
position where it's very unlikely to survive next turn, and it's going to be the...
Does Thexus's feet require line of sight?
No.
No, it
He
doesn't.
could probably feet pull forward the Warhog, get a charge on it from the void, and teleport.
I think I'm forced to just
Probably
go
get a
for it.
teleport somewhere along this line.
He has to
Lines.
kill
Based on
something
time
for that
constraints.
blip. He has to kill a living or undead model.
So,
There's models there.
Yeah, but so
You're
what?
thinking of use spray to kill something, yeah? After
Yeah, you'd have
charging.
to. Yeah, you'd have. Well, you'd
3.6,
spray
3.6,
and
There's
then.
a duty gone. It's not happening.
8.
Yeah, but that's fine. So your spray can definitely hit
6.2.
maybe 1 or 2 models here.
Can definitely hit maybe 1 or 2 models, yeah?
This feels like an unnecessary gamble.
Right, you can
Okay,
charge
it
into that
looks
cloud
like
and
Chris's
spray.
ended turn.
Yeah.
So that's an extremely passive turn, and I don't think it was appropriate here, but we'll see. So right now, Corey is measuring, and we've got
Alright,
confirmation there, of course, that the Voitron can make it into that cloud with a TK, so it will be able to spray the objective without suffering from
So the flag's
having
not
its
an issue.
LOS blocked.
Got that flag.
You're looking at
So it's one dude,
probably
which I can
a
hit
scenario
away,
win coming
track it out,
pretty
so-
soon. Like, that Void Archon
I guess I
is
see
going to get pushed closer to the
everybody else
Warden,
first.
I think,
He'll walk
so
here
that
and
the
he'll
Warden,
agitate.
under the benefit of the Agitator, can just kill it.
Effect.
Like, it will just die.
Agitate.
I don't think the Stalker needs to be TK'd either, which means that...
That seems like
You
it'd be a
can-
walk and leap. Definitely.
Yeah,
To get there.
yeah, which means you've maybe got a TK on that Void Archon as well, if you want to seal the deal.
Do Stalkers have built-in parry?
Throw out some TKs.
They do not.
I'm not sure if the jump's big enough, but it probably is, to be fair.
Okay, bear in mind that that Voidtron's going to be pushed and or dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Mark-Andre is totally right. The center flag on this scenario should have long since gone.
Probably not, eh?
I mean, there was a reason they took it out on. What was it? Old
Mirage.
There's
Mirage, that
there's a
was it.
reason why this centre flag still exists, and that's because Legion CID.
But I guess I want to kill this one.
They're auto-play.
To get us all.
Yeah, sure, I'll take that. What?
Juicy souls.
So all
The,
these guys.
the Steamroller CID got pushed back to the Legion CID because sell more models, have more fun.
I mean, I would like to
Man.
have fun with Legion again, so there is that.
Can we talk about Party Fouls, Karchev 2 spoiler, please?
There's a spoiler. Send me a thing and I'll put it up on stream.
Okay, will you now?
100%.
Can we all just hold Ryan to
Right
that, please?
It's probably out of command, so let's move this guy
That
appropriately.
he's going to put what I send him up on stream.
Ha!
On Ryan,
I've
make
got-
sure you got your mature filter on because if you don't, you are about to show up.
No, this image is entirely
What is
PG.
this? What is this?
entirely PG. You know what
Can
that
you
is?
do me a favour?
Alright. So,
Yeah.
spraying your
Can you send me
Void
the
Archon,
actual
and
Karchev
magic ability
2 as
7,
well?
is out. Miss.
I have
Swamp
just
Gopher,
sent you the
River
preview.
Raiders, Bellow Crew, they're 14
No,
defensive.
the actual image.
14, I believe.
14
There is
defensive.
no actual image.
Two
Okay.
shots at her.
I'm not cowed. Let me add
Well, that
image.
didn't work out great.
Look, I got.
15
You're
to
talking to the guy that got
so-
the Mark II bile thrall
Rub salt on the wound.
template midstream, and also the AE theme on stream.
Man, I miss Mark II Bile Frost.
You know what?
I missed that too.
I'm so upset that Barry never experienced the Mark II bile thrall template.
Yeah.
There you go. That is what a Mark has sent.
I'm also drinking with crows.
It's
Ta-da!
going once. It's going twice.
Well, behold Karchev 2.
The worst.
And
I
it's
mean,
in the
I
bin.
can't see it. I'm not got the stream
6
open.
shots needing a 9, and then a 10.
Can we talk about how you've misspelled available,
Do it anyways,
Ryan,
'cause-
on the overlay?
I need to get done.
I mean, it's Ryan. It wouldn't
doesn't
be a
work, I will
proper
just use a
Ryan
spell.
stream if you didn't misspell
Or
something.
feature.
Yeah, it's
Well
completely misspelled. Have you noticed how I've not spelt Sturm and Drang Will? Because that's just asking for a spelling mistake.
Correct.
Okay, so I have one shot at Rat 6. He's a.
He has.
Hey.
Fun
Pow
fact,
Armor 11.
when I was a teacher,
in the bin,
S&D
and you
was
get
an
sold.
abbreviation for sickness
Sounds
and
good.
diarrhea, and it would be a reason you'd mark a kid absent.
I never guessed that. I
I
assumed
did
it would be a
allocate, I
reason
just
for a
didn't say it.
child to get a,
Yeah,
a
don't
lower
worry about
grade.
The stalker's
No.
getting 3 to go kill the objective.
Mhm.
You're thinking SEND.
There you go, Mark. You happy now?
I am. Thank you, my love.
Feels like a rare state.
What, me happy?
Yeah.
Happy. You.
How much throwing was there at the beginning of this stream?
Yeah, there was a lot of swearing, but that doesn't mean I wasn't happy.
Dean, he was quite happy last night, let's be honest. He had been drinking heavily.
Jesus.
It was not that heavy.
Oh, so it
Nothing-
doesn't take much then, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Slam follow-up, I
Yeah,
did
I'm a
2
complete
bot attacks
lightweight.
at
He is.
Power
No, I think the correct term is
18,
Mark is
plus
easy.
the slam.
Oh yeah, that is also true. I am a massive slut.
I think that's the play.
What were you expecting me to
You
say?
don't have
Like,
watch or
come
anything
on,
like
I
that
have
to move
no
your models
standard.
around.
The only thing I've got there is. So
I'm the kind of person who
enliven.
gets fucking proposition for
Yeah,
free
enliven.
some
I walked
mid
here and then I
con
leaped.
and will just be like, yeah, go.
I'll leap to 9.6.
Sounds good.
To all those people out there that are going
Sorry,
to the next
how old
Mark
is
out.
how old are you, Barry? That you're referring to
To-
Call of Duty 2 as your
I guess I walked
go-to
away from
choice
grades of
for
more than an inch from you.
known Call of Duty titles?
I walked to my 7.
Call of Duty 2, not Modern Warfare 2.
Can
Call
easily
of
beat
Duty.
No,
the
Call of
objective.
Duty 2
Yeah,
is his
easy.
go-to Call of Duty title,
It's good.
showing his pure age here.
Spray my own dude later, so I'll turn around so it's harder to hit him.
Hmm?
What
That-
age?
Oh, why is he
Auto
not going
hitting,
Medal
PAL
of Honor?
14 dice off.
Medal of Honor sucks, mate.
Classic Medal of
Oh,
Honor.
Medal of
also,
Honor was
does that mean I can't
fantastic.
Hermes it?
Medal of Honor
Hermit's on
Rising
damage, right?
Sun, the only
Hermit one of
shooting
them?
game I ever got to play around then.
What's the power on it? 14.
Oh,
14 dice
Barry,
off.
you're 22. That's really impressive.
Wait, is Barry only 22?
Barry's only
No,
22.
he's fucking not.
So
He's
clock to me.
30.
He's 22.
Give it to me.
He's 30. Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
22. There's literally no evidence of him being any
We
older.
both clocked at the same time.
I'm not gonna
So,
lie.
you've got
I know you were going to say he's only 30.
let for 1, so you've
Although
got
you did
4
say the other
attacks
day, aren't you
basically.
only a little
A
bit
power
older than
14.
me, so-
22.
Dice of 4.
Wait, are you
Mm,
older than
yeah, I think
30,
I'll
Tom?
Hermit the
How are
first
you
one.
still
Okay,
alive?
so I'm just gonna make
Oh, dear.
one boosted attack and one not.
Do you know what's the best bit?
Yeah.
Do you know what's the best bit? Mark, he can only just grow a beard.
9.
Yep, so it leaves me down
Oh, I
to
mean,
the
that's
4
normal.
will be nothing.
Dean, how many years have you had to look?
Got more beard
Look,
since lockdown,
testosterone
I'll
is
do
just
that
a
much.
shit hormone, okay?
He's gonna charge.
Nobody likes it.
Do that properly. We did map that out. I can make it. I just
We
have
eat
to
our
do it
soy burgers.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's what we do.
right. So that's 4.4. Leave me. the
Also,
1.6.
I need to create a
6.2.
Bennett list in what I'm assuming it's going to be about 10-15 minutes when I play you on.
So I'm gonna boost my charge.
We
attack.
already made one.
Did we finish it?
We just made a Sylvester list, but it was worse.
That'll hit. Pow is 16.
Ah, see, it's not worse
More
because you get
fun because it wasn't fucking
because
Sylvester.
not only do you get extra points for playing in theme, you get extra points for playing with her.
Face off 1 would be enough to
Dead. Yeah, in the bin. Cool.
Oh, and Archon dead. Shock horror.
Didn't take
This race just
long.
gonna run there, so I'm scoring it.
Yep, cool.
I know you have one model still contesting.
Yeah.
So that's
I can beat or TK him or whatever.
3 points
Yeah,
secured this
sounds good.
turn already.
Alright, so I need to
Hooray,
TK him.
Linda's in Dark Legacy.
Shocking.
Then I need to remove him, but I can
Is
do
she a
that with
marked
feet.
soul?
We don't know.
So
We
that's just
don't
the right thing
care.
for
We
the
love her.
objective.
We love her unconditionally.
So
Would
I
we
guess
love her more if she was a marked soul?
All I need to do
Possibly.
is, do I have fucking
Barry,
yes.
what is this shit that you've sent me?
Dr. Stitches will walk up and TK him,
You sent me a Darius Waddle list
which is not 4 inches.
in heavy metal.
And then he'll walk. Oh, I moved your
You
glove.
need to play it.
Cool. I should have pinned it.
That's
Barry has sent it to you. This is top
Yeah,
tier
yeah,
listing.
it
but that's not the new caster. I'm playing the new
Go to
caster.
there and I will spray.
Mhm.
On my model, Rat 6 is 8
I'm not sure if the
dice on
vigilance
the
are
objective.
good or just
Oh, yeah,
bad.
I will boost damage, PAL 14.
In which list?
With
PAL
the new-
16 'cause
new
dark
gal.
shots of dice off 2.
I mean,
Yep, in the bin.
what does she offer them?
You got it, haven't you?
A +2 to damage.
Flag.
for ranged
I
attacks.
still have to try and
So we got power 14 crossbows.
clear
Power 14
bottles, but
heavy
I think
crossbows
I'm
team.
close enough.
I
Yeah, I gotta
apologise for
move
using
this
the word
guy.
heavy there.
You've won it anyway, haven't you? Oh no, of course, yeah. You got to move that guy. Yeah.
They come speed 6. So
No,
you agree
all I
they're
want
both
to
of
say
them?
is I'm just
They
Yeah,
throwing
sounds
you
good.
my love.
pushed, right?
You'll see when you get my
The warhogs, yeah.
I will.
So
feed
Mark,
person
I don't
away
think we're
from
going to see your
flags.
5-point swing
So,
unless I've
yeah,
missed
yeah,
something here,
six.
because there appears to be a
yeah, it's 2 inches,
stalker
right?
that decided
It's
to
2
attack
inches any direction I
get
choose,
into
so
the
I
back
will
of a
push.
Yeah.
roadhog. Is that right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Or have I just missed the
I will-
objective dying?
so I
I've missed
score
the
1.
objective dying. Ignore me.
It's
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
4 plus your objective
The
to 5,
objective, yeah.
and that's
I'm
game.
so sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
GG.
That's it.
It's because I'm too
Well
far
played,
zoomed in. I can't see
Yeah,
everything
I
that's going
wanted
on.
to play a longer game, but I have to run to work. So
One issue I've
I
got
will
with
say
it,
in
if
chat,
I'm not
but I have
zoomed
to
in
run to
far
work.
enough, I can't see
So
anything.
we'll rematch this down the road.
Sounds good to me, man. Okay.
Alright, bud, take her easy.
Good luck with work. No worries. You too.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks, mate.
Boom, you're up. You've hit the big leagues, Chris. You made it into the Fishcord stream. Instant silence. Instant. Chris, you alive?
He's intimidated. That's what it is.
Oh god, what's happened to his mic?
That is awful.
What has he done? What is this?
The fucking Dalek return.
It's not even a Dalek. It's
I
worse
don't know if
than
he's doing
that.
this deliberate or not.
Fantastic.
He's not going to be able to join the callback. I hope he knows that.
Oh no. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was the game.
Fantastic stuff.
Sturm and Drang. Dragdoll to get charged. He effectively won.
Objective achieved.
Yeah, well, thank you, peoples, for coming and watching. If I'm feeling really bored, I might decide to stream my game in a second as well. So yeah,
You got a game, Ryan?
I'm playing against Mr. The Tweet, or as he, The Twit, or as he's previously called, Jan, by Mr. Ricketts. So yeah, oh, I can hear him again. I think his mic's just ruined. Hello, Chris, is your mic alive or?
It's
Okay,
not
it's
alright.
definitely not alive. I think you've done something to your mic. You sound very interesting. I think it's the word to say here.
I'm not playing it.
But yeah, thank you for letting us stream the game, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. You got a mic. Boom.
No, I've just taken my very expensive headphones off and decided to just use the mic on my laptop.
It's always the feel.